All right, and now let us go to Abu Dhabi. Let's say hello to Tai Tuivasa. Bam Bam, he's back. He's fighting on the featured prelim fight against Stefan Struve on Saturday. It airs on ESPN Plus and ESPN2. The one and only Tai Tuivasa, kind enough to join us again. It's been a while since we talked to him. Tai, how are you?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Good to be back.
Yeah, and I understand you were just training with our guy DC over there in Abu Dhabi. You guys reunited.
Yeah, it's good to see my man. It's always good to see him. Yeah, we just did some drills, going over some stuff. Yeah, it's been good.
So let's actually start there because I remember seeing you late. Actually, no, it was early this year, and you told me. I saw you in Houston, and you told me that you were moving to San Jose to go train at AKA. So actually, want to start there. Why did you decide to go to AKA before the whole pandemic, before 2020, all that stuff? Why did you decide to go to San Jose?
Well, DC always asks me. He goes, "I'd love to help you out and stuff like that." And then after, there's a few losses and stuff, I had to kind of sit down and have a think about what I wanted to do. And I thought, what better way to go learning with these animals? So I made the move, and I headed out there to San Jose, and the boys took me in with open arms. But the world had different plans.
So in total, how long were you there for?
About 3 months, I reckon.
Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it while I was there. Obviously, need to be there more to get to where I need to be. I think myself. Yeah.
Was your plan to live there full time?
Well, yeah, I was going there to train and to work and to get better. But yeah, that was my plan. Yeah.
Wow. And so you decided to go back home once the world started shutting down. You just felt like rather than stay there, it made more sense to go back.
Well, yeah, my son's back home in Australia. So I wanted to be closer to him. I didn't know what was. I had the neighbors going on about like they don't have their guns and like that, and I'm like, what am I going to do? Throw a boomerang at someone? I don't know. I better go home. So yeah, went inside and booked the ticket home. The gym was closed. We just started training at DC's garage. This is before he did it up, so there wasn't much happening, and yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I was just like, better go home, mate.
And by the way, when you first told me that you were going to AK, I'll be honest, one of the first things that came to mind was, isn't that where Justin Willis trains? And I know you guys have a history. Did you ever actually see Justin Willis in person there?
No. I let him know I was there, though.
Never showed up.
No go.
Did you feel like you were walking into enemy territory? There could be some allegiances. I mean, that's an interesting spot considering your history with Justin to choose to go train. Did you feel like it was a little icy at first?
I'm comfortable in them places, I think. So I was going, and I had a problem with him. So if we were going to see each other, I'm sure we were going to sort it out. But I think he chose to stay away.
Okay. And so in the end, you were forced to go back. But I was actually talking to DC about his time with you, and he told me right before you went back, right before the true lockdown, you guys took a trip to Safeway together, and you bought a lot of corned beef. Is that accurate?
This guy's making up his stories. Like, that was after he bought all the meat in the store. But honestly, it was just like he was like biased. And I'm like, bro, what is even going on? Like, I don't even know what's happening. There was no rice. There was no toilet paper. I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. So I was just like, if you're shouting, I might as well just grab all the meat.
Did you buy a lot of meat?
Hell yeah. We cleared the joint out.
Did you guys eat the meat? Because I would imagine you'd have to eat it before you went back home, right?
Well, that was the thing. I kind of stocked up, thinking, because we did the 2-week lockdown. I did the 2-week lockdown in the house kind of thing. I don't really watch the news and all that. I didn't really get involved in it. And then just my neighbors were moving, and they were like about to go down, and I didn't really know what was happening. But all my food, all my leftover food, I gave to one of the boys from the gym, and he gave it to him. So it was all good. Someone ate it.
I'd like to think there was one night where you and DC just ate a lot of meat together. Did that happen?
But we were in Vegas. We went to Vegas as well. We ate some food there.
Who can like, who can best the other when it comes to eating, you or him?
Oh, I probably got him.
Okay. Oh my God. I would pay good money just to watch that. Pay-per-view dollars I would pay to watch that.
You reckon you would?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I take great joy in watching other people eat, especially people who love food. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I always liked watching people eat.
I think it's a thing.
Yeah, you think that like just a
No,
thing?
like it's a thing. I remember Mark Hunt used to watch it all the time. And, and then one day I remember Mark sitting there and he's like, you just hear him going, like sucking up some soup. It's called mukbang or something like that. It's apparently big.
Yeah. All right. Well, then you go back home, and in the end, it's been almost a year. Actually, it's been a little over a year since you last fought. Was this always the plan, or was it because of everything that went on? It just, you just happened to get a little bit delayed in terms of your return.
Yeah. Just thought really. I was ready to fight. Like obviously, you know me. I'm always keen to fight, but I think it worked out for the better. Gave me some time off. Gave me, and especially coming back from America, I kind of knew where I had to kind of be and get
Hmm.
to. Okay, gave me a bit of an insight. So I can't come home and I had that same mentality, and I kind of just carried on as best as I could. Obviously, not with that caliber, like DC and Kane and that, but I come home and I put in the work and I trained every day since. I'm just trying to better myself as a professional.
So you started 9-0, and unfortunately, the last three haven't gone your way.
Yeah,
How would you describe the feeling that you have going into this fight? Does it feel like a must win? Do you feel like you are fighting for your job?
I am fighting for my job. Well, in hindsight, but I don't really, I don't really think of things like that. You know what I mean? I'm young. I'm learning. And I'm fighting another good guy, so I'm ready for the challenge, and I don't really think too much about that. I'm just ready to win, and I feel I've put the work in to get a win. So if I put the work in, hopefully it should come.
Do you have a theory as to why the last three haven't gone your way, or is it just like a matchup thing and those fights just
Um,
weren't good for you?
no, no, not really. I think this JDS he just beat me. He was better than me on the night. I kind of thought I won against Blackwood, but I don't really know how to score fights, so I kind of took something away from that. And then the last fight, I don't think I was all there in my head. But I'm not really one to make excuses, man. We win, we lose, and we move on, and we can only get better.
Could I ask, why don't you feel like you were all there mentally for the last fight against Sergey Spivak?
My mate got killed the day before, so
Literally the
I was
day before.
yeah the night before the fight. So
Wow.
he got so he got killed the night before, and yeah, I was kind of up all night, and yeah, it is what it is.
Wow. I'm sorry.
No, you can't be sorry. It's life.
Was it an accident?
Um, he got killed by the police.
Oh man, I'm very
Yeah,
sorry. Did you think about pulling out of the fight?
no, never, never. I'm not. I'll never do that.
Did anything come? Like, I mean, was there any charges, anything of that nature as a result of it?
He got killed by the police, so it was kind of his fault. And
Okay,
it was just a sticky situation,
I
I
understand.
suppose. Yeah, it was just one of those things, and yeah, just I was up all night, and it kind of played on my head, and I probably let it play on my head too much before the fight, but that happens, like it was a big thing. So, but I didn't make any excuses. I didn't make. I'm not gonna say it on the mic or anything like that. It is what it is, and I feel from those losses I've learned. So I got to learn from it.
Do you miss that feeling of getting your hand raised? I mean, because like when you started, it was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, you think about that
Oh
a
yeah.
lot. It's been
Oh yeah.
June of 2018 to be exact.
I think that's why we do this this crazy thing called fighting and competing. Once you win, it's like a drug, and you want to get that every time. But I can't like if I've lost everything, if I've just laid down from losing in my life before, I wouldn't be here where I am. You know what I mean? So I've lost bigger things, and like for example, my friend and stuff like that. So we're still here and we live to fight another day.
How much do you expect to weigh on Friday?
I'll be good. I'm about 123 now, but I'm good. I'm eating. I'm not I'm not worried about my weight for the past month or two. I've just really stayed on the same. My body's kind of used to it now, and because I've trained all year and I haven't kind of slacked off like I usually would. You know what I mean? I would usually have a fight and go piss up for just not really look after my body. But I'm like I said, we're learning. I'm getting older now, so I'm trying to better myself. That's for sure.
So 123 kilograms, right?
Yeah.
So that's like 271. So you still do have some weight to cut, right? Because you have to be.
Oh yeah, I got 3 kilo. It's 2, but that's just I'll just chuck a piece.
Okay, because you do seem, at least for me, you look slimmer than usual.
Yeah. My body's it's trained. Yeah, I am. I'm slimming down, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to cut out on food or like anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to starve myself like I have in the past or anything like that. I'm going to the breakfast and that, so it's good. I'm eating my food. I'm happy.
Yeah, well, when you're nourished, you're usually happy. But I've heard you say that, you've been treating this fight camp as a professional, like you're acting like a professional, you're training like a professional. What are you doing that you weren't doing, or maybe it should be the other ways? Like what were you doing back then that you shouldn't be doing as a professional? What's the difference between this Tai Tuivasa?
I think my mindset. I think I train hard. I'll always train hard, but I think rocking up and training hard and rocking up and knowing what you're doing is a bit different. If that makes sense, it's kind of sounds a bit weird, but I was maybe just going through the paces before, just rocking up and just getting the job done. Where here I'm kind of thinking about what I got to do and what I need to do, and like for example, just going to AKA and just seeing where they're at and what those fellas are up to. It woke me up, and I gotta be up to that level to be the man. And I want to be the man one day. I want to get there. I'm still young. I still got a lot to learn, but I want to have a good crack at this. I think I can do all right at it.
I was gonna ask if you cut out the alcohol, but then I just saw this morning you were hanging with the Nelk boys.
Yeah.
So have you been drinking?
No. I was teaching them.
Okay.
Training. I was only training them. Yeah, but I'm sure on the weekend I'll participate.
But no beer leading up to this fight?
No, I've been good. No beer. No.
How long?
It's been nearly 2.5 months.
Is that the longest you've gone in a while?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Not. I haven't had like a big drink session where I'll drink for like a few days or whatever. Maybe before I drink for a few days or something, but now I've been good.
By the way, what are those kids like, the Nelk boys? They're from Canada. I don't know if you know this.
I think one of them's from Canada.
Yeah. We'll claim all of them.
I think, I like my Canadians. You know that. I heard they're second loosest to us, but
well, we're part of the Commonwealth. We have a lot in common. We're pretty much brothers. Yeah. Australia and
we are brothers.
Yeah. By the way, why do you always do hashtag FTR? What is FTR? FTA. See, I screwed it up. Oh my gosh, you have it in your lip.
FTA. I got that when I was like 15.
What does it stand for?
From the area.
What's that mean?
Back when I was a little it was kind of a thing, but now I've turned it into like it's my community. It's where I'm from. It's my area, and now I kind of just like want all the like try to get all the community involved and run things for kids, and we do like tag comps and stuff for them in the holidays and stuff like that.
That's good. And,
Yeah.
and is the area the west side?
West Sydney, yeah. Where I'm from, Mount Druitt, Penrith, the area, you know.
That's great. I love that. But you got the tattoo when you were 15.
Yeah. It wasn't always a good community thing. Okay. Yeah, it was once upon a time, but we grow up, man.
What does that feel like? That looks like it's very painful.
Man, to be honest, I think we were pissed in the back room and just come on, then do it. Yeah, I'll get it done.
Oh gosh,
one of those type of things. So yeah, it's good.
You've come a long way. Also, is this a massive sporting weekend for? I'm going to sound stupid here. Yeah, rugby. Is it rugby? Australian rugby? What is it?
The NRL. Yeah, rugby league.
What is? Oh, the rugby. So your team, the team that you support,
the mighty Penny Panthers. This is my area. This is where we're from, Penrith.
And is this the championship?
Yeah, this is the grand final. Yeah, this is the championship. This is the same day as the fights.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Same time or different times?
No. So I think I fight early in the morning over there in Australia.
Okay.
So I'll be in the AM and this will be in the PM. So
you'll be able to watch.
Oh hell yeah!
Wow. And when's the last time they won?
2003.
Okay.
They were in the grand final. I don't think they won.
Okay. Is this the team you played for?
Well, I did play for them until they kicked me out.
Why?
Back in the day, I think they just they just had a problem with picking the right juniors, and in our area, our local juniors, we have the best juniors in the world for rugby league by far, but they didn't used to really look after us that good, and we would just go to other teams and stuff. But this year they picked a lot of the juniors from where we're from, and we're in the grand final. So shout out to the Panthers, man. And
you're a diehard supporter. You love these guys.
I did kind of go off when I got kicked out. I went to another team, and I went to the team that I played for. You do that, you know. You gotta go for the team you play for.
Right.
And then once I stopped football, I went back to going for Panthers. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. But if
it's local, my local team.
Sure. But if someone said like only one entity can win on Saturday, the Panthers or Tai Tuivasa, you don't love them that much, right? You're going for one. Like if the sporting gods,
I win, they win. That's how we all win together. We're area. We won.
All right. Very nice. Just a couple more things I want to ask you about. Obviously, the wrestling has been, somewhat of an issue. That's probably why you went to AKA. But then you get Stefan Struve. There's a very good chance there won't be like one takedown attempt in this fight. So I would imagine you're probably really happy about this, or maybe you wanted to show off your improved wrestling.
Stefan Struve come up, and I just said that's a good fight. Big name. Good opponent, and I think what better way to get back in the winning circle than beating him. But yeah, I didn't really think as much as you did, to be honest.
But is Mark Hunt there with you? No, right?
No, Mark's at home. Mark's back home.
You still in touch?
Hell yeah. Me and Mark are very close. He'll always be a part of my life. He's done a lot for me.
Yeah, a legend. Have you been able to train with him for this fight?
Yeah. Well, when I went home, I kind of after the first month or two, I went back up and trained with him for a few months. Okay. So we prepared for a little bit and just got back in the grind together, training. It's always good to get back, with the boys and train as a team.
For sure. And by the way, I have to say, I'm happy that you're fighting on Saturday, because couple months ago, I reached out to your manager, Zen. I saw something online saying that you had been released from the UFC. Come to find out, as I believe you guys like to say, you were just taking the piss. You were just messing with all of us. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you want everyone to think you got released?
Well, to be honest, I just kept seeing people saying, "Oh, you should be cut. You should be this." Everyone's talking. Have you been cut? Have you been this? Have you been that? And then I was just laying in bed one night, and this guy was like, "Oh, have you been cut? This and that." And I literally wrote, "Yeah, YEA." I read YEA, and then I said send, and I went to sleep. And then when I woke up, there was like 10 articles and just carrying on, and I was like, "Oh well, if this is how they're going to go on, let's just go with it." So I was just taking the piss, yeah.
All right. But I guess and I know the internet can be very mean, but on the other hand, you got to see like how much people care about you, right? Because I think a lot of people were bummed that you were cut.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, there's always, and there's always, people support me everywhere. So I don't really get into it that much. I'd slap half of them in the mouth if I saw any of them anyway. But
yeah, for sure,
they wouldn't say if it was real. So, but it's crazy the power of social media.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I know that it was a bummer that you had to leave San Jose, but wouldn't you know it, DC calling your fight, and now you get to train with him in Abu Dhabi, right? Will you be able to do so in the days leading up to 254, or was it just this one time?
Yeah. We'll try and go over just some drills and over what I learned at AKA and stuff like that.
Old man DC.
Definitely. Pardon?
Old man DC. He still got it.
He still got it, all right. He kicked my ass on my birthday. I had my birthday over there. Pinned me down and just bashed me for 5 minutes. So that was a fun birthday. I won't forget that.
Wow. And I know you like actually legit sparred him, right? I think like one of your first days there didn't you spar him like 5-minute rounds?
We did 5-5's first day. I was like, could have warned the brother. Gee. I would have got fit before I come. But I like that. I like that. I like getting thrown in the deep end. The sink or you swim.
Well, it's great to see you back. Great to see you in great spirits and in great shape as well. I'm looking forward to this. Again, it's the feature prelim on Saturday, and everyone should know that the main card starts at 2 p.m. Eastern here in America. It's during the day here in America. So your fight will be at around 1:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus and ESPN2. So make note of that. Tai, always great to talk to you, my friend. Best of luck to you on
Saturday. Thank you, brother.
Good luck to the Panthers as well.
That's the sound. If you wanted to know.
That. Yeah, I got that.
Sick. Cheers, brother.
Thank you, Tai.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.